I've heard you say and tweet that power is worth more than money when it comes to geopolitics. Why is it so? And could you explain it in to us in layman's terms? Yes, I have said this multiple times, including in the Chinggis Khan video, that power always trumps wealth. Power always trumps money. If you have money, then your money can always be taken away by somebody who is powerful. But if you are powerful, then nobody can take your money away from you. And if you're powerful, then you can use money to buy more power. But if you are just wealthy but not powerful, you cannot use that money to buy power. So that's how it works. So, how do I explain this in layman terms? So, in 1994, I believe there was the so called Budapest Protocol, Budapest Agreement. So what happened in during the breakup of the USSR was that Ukraine had approximately 3,000 USSR nuclear warheads on its territory, on Ukrainian soil. So Ukraine became a separate country. The USSR was too weak to prevent the breakup of the country. So Ukraine became a separate country, an independent country, an independent republic. It had 3,000 Soviet nuclear weapons on its soil, and it gave away those nuclear weapons, 3,000 nuclear weapons to Russia in exchange for a guarantee that the Russians would ensure that the USSR, that Ukraine would remain peaceful. So, in exchange for a guarantee of protection and peace, the Ukrainians gave away all their nuclear weapons, and this was guaranteed by by the Russians, by the Americans, and by NATO. So there were three guarantors of Ukraine's security in exchange for giving away nuclear weapons. Now, do you know what nuclear weapons represent? They represent the ultimate power in the world. If you have one nuclear warhead, you are powerful. The Ukrainians had 3,000 nuclear warheads. That is an immense amount of power which they had in their hands, and they gave it away to the Russians. Imagine if they had even 30 nuclear warheads today. Would Mr. Putin have dared to invade Ukraine? That's what it is. That is why power is more important than money. The Ukrainians are wealthy. They are a resource rich country. They are a reasonably wealthy country. But that money is not going to save them from the invasion. Right? But if they had the power which they gave up, then the invasion would never have happened. So you may be the wealthiest country in the world, like India was throughout its history. India accounted for over a third of the entire world's GDP. And when India had these powerful empires, nobody dared to invade. But in the past 1,000 years, because of political fragmentation, India was invaded successfully, slowly over time, and all the wealth was stolen out of India. So your wealth is of no use unless you are powerful. Unless you have the power and you know how to use it. Excuse me. So that illustrates the difference between power and wealth, and it shows you why power is always more important than wealth.